Hey guys. Yes. So I'm in the school between classes. So I want to do some tactics. It's been a long day of work, but still I feel in the mood to do some puzzles. So let's go. See, I think I can show this way. Yep. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of reds. I failed a lot of puzzles lately. During my last trip, I was doing puzzles in the train and failing and failing and failing. Anyway, what do we have here? This king is not in very good shape, but we're not in very good shape, materially speaking. Thankfully, we have this passed pawn here, and this rook is, for the moment, pinning this bishop. So, for example, if white ever plays bishop g2, we'd probably trade and keep pushing. Seems like a solid plan. So yeah, trying to promote this pawn is probably the fundamental idea of this position. Hey Karmar, how you doing? I couldn't go today to watch Tihan because, well, I had to be here. I have some lessons to teach here, but I went yesterday. It was nice. Let's see how he does today. Anyway, the game will not be broadcasted today either, so you won't miss anything. Yeah. Yeah, the game is not broadcasted, so probably the round has been postponed. Oh, I didn't know that. How is that and why? I didn't know that. Well, honestly, I didn't talk to them today. Because of the weather conditions. Tell me about that. It was a nightmare to come here to the school today. Yeah, the weather is not helping, but didn't expect them to postpone the round. Okay. Got the info on chess24 and confirmed with Tihan's family. Okay, and are they? But I guess they're going to play today anyway, just later, right? I mean, the weather is not the best, but I guess most people can reach the venue. I don't know. I mean, I would expect they're at home and having dinner. Oh, so today it's finally a rest day. Okay, so they have a rest day. I think only one rest day in the calendar for Saturday. So maybe they use that day for a round, but maybe they also do 2 rounds in one day or something like that. I don't know. Because I guess many people are here just for the championship dates, so you cannot like delay. And I'm not even sure why 2 rounds in one day would be crazy for the kids. I don't think so. I mean, they're kids. I mean, I don't know the rest, but at least Tihan you see him playing, and then after the game wanting to play more chess, and yeah, maybe it's too crazy, but what else? I'm strange. I mean, it seems strange to me, this decision, because the weather is probably not going to help to be good for the rest of the days. So maybe they have to postpone a lot of rounds if they do this today. Also, most people get there on a bus, so I don't see any reason not to play. I mean, it's problems for the people that had to be outside the playing hall, I understand. So for the families, it's not the best weather, but for the players, I'm not really sure. Danger of flooding. It's strange to me. I mean, it's in the top of a hill, the venue. It's not like it can be flooded, or yeah, I don't know. Okay, I know Tijan's family is going to be here for more days after the championship, but I guess it's not everyone's case. So yeah, if you start delaying rounds, it can be a problem. Anyway, I'm also happy for yesterday's win. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Maybe they use the Saturday. Yeah, maybe. Hey Mickey, what's up? Okay, let's do some tactics. Yeah, so here my plan would be to try to promote this and keep this ping as long as possible. I'm not sure what do we have to calculate here. I mean, a4, bishop g2 with trade, and a3, and it's unstoppable because the knight cannot reach... oh, the knight can reach c2, what am I saying? Okay. So we have to be careful with that. So a4, bishop g2, maybe rook check. No, then it's not so clear. Well, that should be winning anyway. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not. Okay, so the caveman approach doesn't quite work. What could we do? What other ideas do we have? Some fancy stuff like f5, e4, but then the knight has d4 square. Mickey says, I wanted to get some tips for tactics on chess. How do you calculate and get weak points and other stuffs? How to click the things. Okay. Okay, first of all, you see all the reds under the board. So I'm maybe not the best person to give tips on this. Hey, Pluku. Yeah, I was explaining before that these red boxes, that was on the weekend when I traveled by train, and I wanted to do tactics in the train, and I failed a lot. I wasn't very focused. Anyway, I'm not so good anyway. Yeah, let's try to get some greens today. Okay, regarding Mickey's question, I think the vision to spot weak points and to spot what has to be done in a position. I think that comes from experience, from practice, and the more tactics you do, the better you will be at that. Tiredness makes a huge difference. Yeah, absolutely. Being tired is not the best to do tactics, at least not hard tactics, when you have to calculate. And then how to calculate? Okay, I try to look first for the most forcing moves, which is hard in this specific position. I think the most forcing move here is not obvious. There's no move that I can say, okay, I do this move and he has only one answer. No, he has 4 answers in this case. And a check is usually a forcing move. So yeah, in this position we have more, I think, of a forcing plan than a forcing move. So yeah, I think this is our biggest asset. Material is not perfect for us. We probably need to use this rook as well, so we probably need to at some point move this king up to bring the rook. And this puzzle, I guess it's about looking for a pattern somehow. How to place the pieces so that I can force the promotion. Okay, so a4, let's start with that one. I'm guessing, aren't all puzzles about looking for a pattern? Not always, not always. Okay, a4, white can do several things, but at least white cannot just sleep. White cannot play just h3, because then a3 we're winning, I think. So in a way, this is a forcing move. a4, he has to react. I see 2 reactions. One is bishop g2, which is the most obvious, and the other, I think, is knight d2. There might be also the knight d1 reaction, but I don't believe that one, because after a3, knight c2, rook b2, bishop moves a2, rook a1. No, the knight is hanging, what am I saying? a3, knight e1. If a2, knight c2, rook b2, he has to defend the knight. Then a2, then bishop moves rook b1. That should be winning. So I guess against a4, bishop g2 is the only normal thing. And then we can enter a very forcing variation. Takes a3. The problem is knight e1. Knight e1 arrives in time to defend, unless we can do something with the other rook. The third round on November 6th of the World Chess Cats Championship has been suspended by civil protection due to revenge alert decreed. Okay. Let's see how they resolve the situation. Okay, that line is very forcing, so let's try to calculate it a bit further and see if we can win anyway after that. a2 would be forcing, a2, knight c2. Then I'm not sure if there's any difference which king move we do. He has the bishop on h1. So, I don't know, let's put it on dark square. And we're basically threatening to go rook b8, rook b1. And for example, knight e1 doesn't help, king d2, rook b8, we're winning. So I think we should be winning in that position. So I'm gonna go for it. I don't see any reason not to. Okay, he goes for the knight d2 idea. Now a3 seems winning, if I'm not missing anything. But maybe we need to find a different move first. Now a3 is totally winning, right? Am I missing something? a3? How does white stop the promotion? If he goes bishop g2, we're sort of transposing to the winning line after rook takes. Rook takes, bishop takes a2, and there's no way to defend a1. So I think a3 wins on the spot here. Not even sure if white has a way to sacrifice to stop the promotion. So probably what white does is knight takes b1, a2, bishop g2, we promote and play that two pieces versus queen, but of course that should be winning. Okay, I'm gonna go a3. Okay, that's another way. I thought bishop g2, but this at least takes a pawn. Anyway, I have to promote now. Of course. Only thing is a check on d6, which doesn't help. I don't know. He didn't take the pawn. Ah, yeah, you mean a check after knight takes c4. But how does he take? Ah, after a3, you meant here. Yeah, but of course that is even better. Because now we have a queen and we keep the rook. Yeah, okay, good. 4 points to start, not bad. Okay, this comes from an opening. It seems that if we take twice on e5, the bishop is hanging on d3, but our rook is hanging on h8. So something has to be better than that. Or maybe we can trap the queen after that. I don't see a way. Or maybe we can checkmate somehow with some bishop g4 later. I don't believe it, but that would be nice. Bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, knight takes e5, queen takes e5, queen takes d3, queen takes h8, bishop g4, threatening mate, f3, queen e3 check, king f1, bishop f5, threatening mate again. That's funny because queen takes g8 check, king d7, and he has no more checks and the queen is hanging. And we're threatening mate. But I'm sure white has something there that it cannot be that easy. Yeah, white has to have something there. But okay, in a way it's a forcing line. Because after we take on d3, white is a piece down, so queen takes h8 is forced. Then bishop g4 threatens mate. Queen e5 may be better than f3. Yeah. Yeah, queen e5. Queen e5 we castle long. That's funny. Actually, we're threatening mate on d1 also, not only on e2. What am I saying? There's no queen. There's no queen e5. So f3 is the only move. Okay. Okay, maybe it's not so stupid after all, that line. After bishop g4, I think there's only one move, f3. And then queen e3 check. If he goes to f1, bishop f5. If he goes to d1, maybe bishop takes f3 check, pawn takes, queen takes f3 check, king moves. Yeah, but then we probably need to castle long at some point. Yeah, I guess if the king goes to d1, we can already castle long. That has to be great. With our queen on e3, there's no knight e2, so yeah, that feels like checkmate is coming. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't consider that. Now, if that line is winning, we need to think what is better, bishop takes e5 or knight takes e5. There must be a difference. And the difference can be that after bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, knight takes e5, instead of taking our knight, he goes bishop b5 check, but then knight c6. And we took a piece. So if knight takes e5 first, that's the problem. Knight takes e5, bishop e5, bishop e5, bishop b5 check. And we're not taking on d3. So I have to take with the knight first. I mean with the bishop. I need to take with the bishop first. That's a crazy line because it's the line I discarded the moment I saw. The moment I saw this, I said, oh no, this cannot work because he attacks our rook. But this is funny, because after this, if he takes our rook, which is more or less forced because he's a piece down, we threaten two mates. So, yeah, it's the same, Fuku. So there's no queen e5, there's no way to defend but f3. And this is interesting. I'm expecting this to be losing to this. Don't really need to calculate that. And this, I think this is a very beautiful move. And of course this doesn't help. Maybe pushing this pawn, but yeah, it has to be losing eventually. Eventually losing. Check, check. I'm imagining there's several ways to win. Maybe this is not even the best. Maybe we start with this and repeat. And maybe, yeah, castling, taking, maybe even taking here. But I'm assuming castle is annoying enough. Well, actually taking. Now I like taking. Because I'm threatening bishop h3 mate. And yeah, again, queen takes d8 doesn't help because white runs out of checks. So how to stop h3 mate here? It's not easy. Yeah, also I'm assuming this is going to be mate as well. This is mate. This is mate. This is beautiful. I mean, all the pieces in the corners that don't help. Good, let's continue. Okay. Interesting position. We need to be careful with a knight, but what's going on here? This queen maybe doesn't have a lot of squares, especially not a lot of them to keep defending this knight. So a move like g3 might not be that stupid. I'm actually not sure how it's going to defend. Again, my knight on a4. So knight takes d3 is a good answer to that, probably. You and your pizza. Yeah, g3, knight takes d3, I'm assuming is good for black, which is a pity. This might not be that stupid, queen f3, just attacking the knight a little bit more, because knight d2 we have queen 66 check, which seems annoying, but then this is hanging, so again, difficult to calculate. King here. And again, here, he's not forced to play knight d2, he can try other ways. So I'm not sure queen f3 is the most forcing move. Probably not. Okay, the most forcing move should be bishop takes knight. But then I need to have something very concrete, a very good reason to do that. And I don't think I have a good reason. Okay, I'm assuming this queen can be in trouble. Trouble. Because last move was bishop e7. So the queen doesn't have a lot of squares. It's not just defending this knight. It is that the queen has not a lot of squares. There's something I'm not seeing. g3, knight takes g3. I guess the queen cannot be trapped on a4. Is f4 entirely stupid? Not entirely. I was thinking about it. But the queen always has f6. But okay, yeah, f4 is definitely a tempting move because it attacks the knight, and whenever the knight solves the problem, maybe d5, maybe f5, let's say f5 for example. If we go like g3, the queen has f6, and I'm still not sure how to take advantage of that. Is there any other ways to attack that queen? c6 is also a tempting square to land with a queen or a bishop. Maybe I'm focusing a lot on the queen on h4, and maybe that's not the problem. Okay, the knight has some moves. If I go f3, for example, there's, I don't know. Knight g5 might be dangerous, but knight f6. Or maybe I can drop the queen on a4. Nah. Okay, maybe we can trap the queen. Almost there. Look at this. g3. Knight has to take. That's a forcing move. Then we take. Not sure. I think both are maybe this is easier now. We take with the f pawn. Yeah, this is much easier. We take with the f pawn. Queen takes a4, rook f4. Yeah. And the queen is trapped. I was calculating very complicated lines with a3, b3, but this is much simpler. We take with the f pawn, and then we go rook f4. And the queen is trapped. Okay, yeah, let's do that. That seems like the answer. Yay! So the key is knight takes g3 is the only defense. Otherwise the queen has to stop defending the knight. So yeah, it was forced. Good, 13 points and 12 points now. Okay, we're regaining our rating. Let's try to achieve 2300 again. Okay, 92. What do we have here? Okay. 92. I'm really tempted to take this knight. But maybe knight h3 also an idea. Well, several ideas there. I'm assuming the material is equal. We have our king f8, so there was no castle. That might give us some future hopes to incorporate this rook to the attack. But I'm assuming something is going on here with these pieces. Something has to happen here. So, okay, let's first have a look at the most forcing moves. Bishop takes, knight takes, knight takes, bishop takes. I would consider those. Well, knight takes d2 is also forcing. Okay, not forcing, but strong. Bishop takes is probably the most forcing because it's pinning the knight on e2, so and threatening g2, so white doesn't have a lot of answers to that, right? It's a really tempting move. If only this knight wasn't here and we could play queen g5 fast. Yeah, bishop b2 also tempting at some point of the line to bring that rook to b2. Okay, let's start with one of them. The one that I see more forcing, bishop f3. I think g takes f3 is more or less forced unless white can manage to take on d4. But he can't because we take on e2 and we win a piece. So bishop f3, gf, that's forcing. And then what about our knight is attacked on f4. Hey Chescudo, what's up? I'm fine. I'm doing some tactics before teaching a lesson in the school. Okay, so we also some knight takes d5 for e4. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I thought knight takes d5 would be interesting to incorporate the queen to g5. Like, for example, in the line we're watching, bishop takes f3, I think g takes f is forced. We might sacrifice this knight. Let's say knight takes... Oh, knight takes d5 actually is the good way to do it. Because queen g5, queen g2 is mate. The problem is knight g3. Yeah, that was the problem. But yeah, knight takes d5 is the way to sacrifice, because if he takes on f4, we take back with the knight and we keep the threat. Anyway, I'm assuming after knight takes d5, he can probably take, then queen g5 check, knight g3 only move, and then I really have to be sure that I can win there with a very slow queen g4, queen h3, something like that. Which I'm not entirely sure. Knight g3 is really annoying. If only I could stop it. I mean, another idea that I have after that is knight takes e2 and then knight h5 to f4. But I'm assuming that after knight h5, bishop c1 stops both queen g5 and knight f4. Anyway, let's have a look at your idea. So knight takes d5, pawn takes an e4. Yeah, but everything is hanging, so we need to start with... We can't start with trading this because he takes with the bishop and there's no more problem. Okay, he loses a pawn, but just that. But I guess we need to start with bishop takes b2. The problem is then he has knight takes f4 instead of rook takes b2. Ah, the other knight. Yeah, I didn't think about it one. So let's say bishop... Yeah, but how do you do that? No, I don't see how it works. Because if I take here first, he can take on f4, and I think we don't have... I think it does not work. And if I don't take on b2 and I go here, after pawn takes, we can't go... Ah, we take then. Okay, knight takes pawn takes, bishop takes b2. And then we have e4. Okay, that's one idea. But after knight takes, can't he trade first on d4? Yeah, I think so. So he can trade first on d4, that's one problem. And the other problem is, why sacrificing a piece to get the piece back? That's the other problem, that this line might not be even winning anything. Even if it works, the tactic, we're just getting our piece back. We're trading pieces. Doesn't feel right. Okay, let's go back to this. I think this needs to work. This needs to work. Bishop f3, gf3. And then what's the most forcing? If only this knight wasn't on e2. Pizza finished? Okay, bishop f3, gf3. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, queen g5 check, knight g3, queen h4, queen f3. No, the pawn is on f3. Okay, the pawn is on f3, so then queen h4, king h1, queen h3, rook g1, bishop takes f2, queen f1, and yeah, we might take that rook, that exchange, but I don't believe the line. It's promising, but I don't believe it. Another idea, maybe not so stupid, I pointed out that idea at the beginning, is knight h3. Let's say he doesn't take. Then we go knight takes f2, and we forced rook takes, bishop takes, and we're basically an exchange and a pawn up, which has to be good enough. So he probably has to take, but if he has to take, then we take the piece back. And the difference with the other lines is now the knight on e2 is pinned, so there's no knight g3. However, I'm assuming that after bishop takes, pawn takes, white has a free move, like for example queen d2, so we don't have time to incorporate our queen and attack. So yeah, it's tempting, but it's not quite working, I think. So yeah, I'm going back to this and trying to make it work. But okay, since the knight takes f2 idea is good because it would be a pawn and the exchange, maybe knight h3 also works here after gf, because it might force king g2 instead of king h1. Anyway, then what? King g2, knight takes d5. Okay, I spent a lot of time already with this one. I'm gonna do the first move, guys. I'm gonna do the first move. Yeah. Okay, good. 12 points we lost. Okay, my bad. That's the problem of... He has king g2. If the bishop g takes knight h3, then knight g3 seems to hold. Yes, Pluku, that's exactly what I said. I mean, I didn't want to spend a lot of time on this one, nor on any. So what can the idea be then? I didn't try this, right? Oh, shoot. I cannot believe this was the solution. I should have gone deeper on this line, because for some reason this is bad for white. I cannot believe it. So what's the idea after this? Maybe we don't take it back. Maybe we go for the mate. But there's bishop e3, so we probably need to take it. This looks dubious for white. I don't see how. I still don't see the win here for black. Knight h5 when? I think we need to take now. If we go knight h5, he defends g5 and saves the bishop. So we need to take this. And then how do we win? I mean, I thought he would unping. He would unping and what am I missing? Okay, let's see what the engine thinks after this, because maybe bishop takes knight is not the answer. Bishop takes f3, queen c1. Queen d7 here, or queen c8, going to h3. Okay, I definitely missed that idea. Yeah, that was nice. And yeah, okay, let's continue. Rook b2. Okay. So we have a knight h5 no good. No, knight h5 didn't threaten anything, I think. Knight h5, bishop e3. But you're material down, Pluku, in that line. Let's go back there for a second. If I can, I think I can. So the solution was this. Okay. Yeah, here, here, knight h5, bishop e3, knight f4, you say, but I mean, you have a lot of material down, Pluku. If you count the pieces, this is not good, not good for black. Black and pings. I mean, at least this. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something better to hold the material, but at least this, and you have one check. Congratulations. And then what? Oopsie. Sorry. You cannot even take here because you hand the queen. So, yeah, I thought I was even giving the piece back, and not even that. This is perfect for white. But even giving the piece back, it's not so terrible for white, I think. Okay, let's continue. Hey Chris, what's up? No, the plain background is unintended. We're gonna change it at some point. I want to bring how is it called? I'm gonna bring something to put there. Okay, what do we have here? We have the perfect knight. This is the perfect knight. We don't exchange down, but look at this position. This is awesome. We're blocking all the pawns. We're blocking all the breaks, and this is very annoying. We're controlling this. So here I see a couple of ideas. So I see the rooks are not so great. So maybe there's some ideas to trap one of the rooks, and another idea could be to checkmate this king. Additionally, we might have some ideas to promote this pawn, which is closer to promotion. But how to start? Maybe we need to come up with some sort of Zugzwang. I don't think Zugzwang is going to be easy because, yeah, white has several rook moves. Or so they seem. Maybe they're not so. So let's start with this one, for example, just to explore. But anyway, yeah, we need to be careful with this because I was thinking that after rook here, knight d4 defends the pawn because of the fork on f3 and etc. But we need to be careful with this type of idea for white. If we go knight d2, white can already take this pawn. It's not checkmated, right? And taking the exchange back is not the best because we're on exchange down. So we need to be careful with that. And we are down 2 pawns. So taking an exchange is probably losing. We need to be careful with that. White can still sack the exchange back to survive. Yeah, actually, if we take an exchange, we probably lose. It's not to survive, it's to win for white. So we need to be aggressive here. What could a plan be to, for example, checkmate? I'm guessing rook a1 has to be played, but I don't see the follow-up. Ah, look at this. Rook a1 threatens to win a rook with king a3, right? Rook a1, let's do a stupid random move for white. It's not easy because white doesn't have a lot of moves. Let's say rook g4. Then king a3 wins the rook because king c3 we have rook c1 check. So this threatens to win the rook. What could white do? There's no time for this, king a3, and there's no time for take and rook b5. So rook a1 is definitely strong. Hello Mukimansh. Okay, queen e3 doesn't seem to work because instead of king a3 we might go king c3 or even rook e1 check first. So I'm not sure what is white doing after this move. Not easy to come up with a move. c5 maybe. c5, king a3, c6, we take c7, rook a8, and we're in time. So I'm gonna do rook a1 without a lot of calculation involved, but it seems so strong that I prefer the puzzle to tell me what the answer is. Okay, so he goes for this. I'm assuming white is not in time. After rook takes, we take the rook. And I guess that should be winning. Should be winning, right? Yeah, I think it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's continue. Café con leche, pulpo la gallega, carajillo sin café, por favor. Good. Okay, white is sacrificing a bishop on h7 for no reason. For no apparent reason. Not sure what the reason is. Not sure at all. Okay, I guess if we don't take it, then queen h5, we're toasted, right? So we have to take it. First move is probably not what the puzzle is about. So yeah, now we think. We have several legal moves here. We can already discard this one. And to understand them, we need to see what the threat is. I guess pinning, knight g6 seems awful. But it probably helps to see what the threat can be. And I think bishop c1 is white's threat here, right? It seems to be white's threat, bishop c1. We lose the queen. So then it's obvious f5, only move that prevents bishop c1 to trap our queens, right? Bishop c1, queen f6, and yeah, bishop d4 doesn't work because we have a knight. Yeah, so I'm gonna go f5, and that's the solution. Okay, this wasn't very hard, but plus 13, apparently people don't solve it a lot. 2300 puzzle, but it's actually not so hard. Yeah, it was simple. First move is forced because otherwise we're toasted, and second move, okay, you have to see the threat, of course. You have to see the threat, but once you see the threat, only one move is logical. Okay, let's continue. Okay, what do we have here? I would love to checkmate black. Bishop takes a3. The idea is that he's attacking our queen. Several moves are interesting. The obvious is rook d8, because if rook takes d8, rook takes d8, rook takes d8, we take the bishop. But of course, after rook d8, he's going to go to g7 and keep our queen attacked. But then we take the rook. Wait. Wait. Ah, no. No. So maybe the obvious is the solution. Ah, he has bishop f8. What am I saying? He always has bishop f8. No king g7. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense. So what else can we do? This check. Now I'm assuming king g7, because if he goes here or here, then rook d8 wins the piece. So king g7 forced, and then is rook f7 too crazy? It is. He has bishop e7. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong with something. So rook d8 doesn't work because we lose a rook. That should be the answer to rook d8. Yeah, we lose a rook. So even if we take the bishop, it's going to be an exchange down for us. What about rook c7? Rook c7 is nice. It's a forcing move. We threaten a rook. If he takes, we threaten a rook and the bishop, and there's no easy way to defend both. And if queen e2 check after that, we always have knight f2 defending rook and defending everything. So yeah, rook c7. If he saves the rook, we take the bishop. If he saves the bishop, we take the rook. Yeah, this feels winning. It wasn't easy to spot in the beginning. Good, 11 points. Yeah, I somehow was confused with some ideas, some stupid ideas with rook d8. Okay, here I think I want to sacrifice on g7. Look at these pieces over here. They're terrible. So for example, the obvious, well, the two of them are obvious. Let's start with rook. Yeah, rook takes g7. Bishop takes, rook g1. We're not quite checkmating. So after f6, I'm not sure. I would like to throw some f6 at some point. Maybe I can do it now. Or is it too much? No, it's too much. Yeah. So rook g7, bishop g7, rook g1. I don't think we're winning. I don't think we are. Or maybe we are. No, we're not. We're sacrificing a full rook there. So rook g7, bishop g7, rook g1, f6, rook g7, king h8, rook d7, rook g8, rook takes b7. We have two pieces for a rook. And the king is... Black's king is in bad shape, but it's hard for me to assess that position. It's hard for me to assess that position. Maybe there's something simpler, like bishop takes g7. Yeah, bishop takes g7. So I wanted to play f6. I'm so stupid. There's one line to play f6. So bishop g7, f6. Okay, and then whenever we go to g7 with the rook, there's rook h1 to follow up. So I'm assuming after f6, the only move for black would be king h8. At least we can take with the pawn. And that's totally winning, yeah. And if he doesn't go there, then rook takes g7 and rook h1. So, okay, maybe there's a defense attempt with rook out, let's say very out, just in case. Then rook takes g7, king f8, rook h1 still, because we're, yeah, that should be winning. That should be winning. Okay, so he tries this. What now? We probably take on f6, right? We probably take on f6. Garfield, Garfield 28, thanks for the follow. Thank you. So we don't take on f8, I think, because this is hanging. Okay, two very interesting options, but come on, we take a full piece with this check. We take the bishop on b2, and we're a full piece up. That has to be good, better than this. Even though black has no time to take a rook, okay, I'll say rook a2. A piece is better than an exchange, right? Good. Okay, let's continue. More green, 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 green. Rook f6. Hey, our rating is over 2300. Let's go 24. Let's go 2400. Okay, what do we have here? We have a fork here, but we need to be careful with black's forks as well. Complex position, very complex position, I would say. What's going on here? Our bishop pair is interesting, but not quite strong yet. Look at this, 97, 92 check, queen takes knight. Yeah, that has to be good. We take a piece. We're gonna be a piece up, then c2 is hanging. It's still crazy, but a piece up. Has to be good. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's that simple. 97, simple fork. What can black do? Queen f7. Queen is hanging then after 97. What do you mean? I'm going to sacrifice my queen to take black's queen. If knight f2, I mean. Okay, so I guess after knight e7, instead of knight f2 check, which, I mean, I take the knight and it's a free piece, I'm assuming queen f7 could be a try. Hello, Salty. How are you doing? But again, okay, with the threat of knight takes f2, knight to f2, I mean, and then it's not easy, right? Oh, then we take the knight. What am I saying? So there's no queen f7. Now the queen would need to move to g5, but then rook g3, and then knight f2 is not so great. It is a move, but it's not great. I'm gonna go for knight e7. It's too complex, this position to You already considered rook g3? No, I didn't. No, why do you give me another move to consider rook g3, h5, h3? Ah. Can you do all the passes in the stream with losing any? I did some streams like that, not a lot. Rook g3 is interesting, yeah. So rook g3, h5, h3, queen h7. Not sure. By the way, I wasn't considering in any of these lines the intermediate pawn takes d3 here. Not sure if that works for black in any way. Basing a chess king, thanks for the follow. How can you think without looking at the board? I can't even remember a position. Well, actually, I cannot think with looking at the board. It's harder for me to look at the board and still think in positions that are not in the board. Black has some reserve based on rook takes f5. Yeah, I thought that because, you know, opening the b7 bishop. Yeah, but still, we hit the queen with pawn takes f5. So, as a resource, it's not very handy. Now I have one problem here in this puzzle, is that I see two winning moves. So yeah, I was about to move the knight to e7, and then someone suggests this rook g3, and now I need to refute one of them. Good point, Salty. Winning a piece is better, yes. Yes, it is. That's why 97 seems not as great as rook g3. But I'm really confident that 97 has to be winning anyway. 97, queen g5, knight takes rook, bishop takes rook, knight f2 is still a threat. So yeah, maybe 97 is not so good. No, Mickey, yeah, it doesn't have two solutions, I'm sure of that. The problem is I see two solutions. That means that I'm wrong with one of them. Hey, Joanna! Hey! Thanks for the raid. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, and welcome, Joanna. So, we see two moves that are potentially winning. So I'm sure one of them is not winning. One of them is not winning. How's my day? Long. I can tell you, long. Long. Yeah, sorry, Prash and Predictor, we already said that. We already said all of that. 97, knight f2 is not possible because of queen takes f2. 97, I'm expecting queen g5. Then the problem of knight takes rook is that knight f2 is possible at that point. So I'm guessing we're not even winning an exchange in that line. So rook g3. Pluku, I don't see your point with rook takes f5. Rook takes f5, I take the rook. I don't see your point. Rook takes f5 is an idea in the position, but I think it's not quite working in that line. Anyway, I'm gonna play rook g3, guys. We didn't see any refutation, so yes. Okay, now I said this too quickly, too fast, but now the engine preferred to take there, so let me calm down for a second and see if there's any problem in taking this. I don't see any problem in taking this. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, 97 was tempting because knight f2 fails for this. And that was nice because we're a piece up. The problem is, yeah, just solves the problem and then we cannot even take an exchange. He takes it back. Anyway, good. Another green. Let's continue. Always listen to the clown. Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, in this position I would instantly resign because we played f6 already, so yeah, come on. But okay, again, anyway, if we have to save this position. My shirt, yes, but look at my t-shirt. My t-shirt is always nice. It's also nice. Okay, queen h4, a piece is hanging on g5. What's going on here? What's going on? What would black play after bishop e2 in the last puzzle? In the last puzzle, bishop e2? I don't see bishop e2 in the last puzzle. Instead of rook g3, you mean? Bishop e2, I don't get it. Okay, Basinga, let's go to the last puzzle for a second and try to see what are you suggesting. Let's go. I don't see any bishop e2. Anyway, okay, let's first solve the puzzle. And now tell me, what are you meaning with bishop e2? I think bishop e2 is kind of an illegal move. What would black play after bishop e2? It was a bishop move attacking queen. A bishop move attacking queen. You mean here or in the initial position? Bishop d2 after 97 variant. Ah, 97, okay. Okay, 97, we assume black is not in trouble. So queen g5, and I think you mean this, bishop d2 here, right? I think you mean this one. Bungie Play, thanks for the follow. Okay, I'm assuming 93 is a good move here. But wait, no, wait. Knight f2 is tempting. Rook f2 is also tempting. I think black probably has several moves here. Okay, knight f2 seems to lose an exchange though. Although it doesn't. Look at this. Knight check. And of course, if we move, it's terrible, so we have to take. Then takes, then takes. And now instead of, well, first of all, we cannot take. I was thinking this. But okay, if we cannot take, then white is fine. So, okay, that's bishop d2 is an interesting resource there. Okay, I guess 93, but then we're not winning the exchange immediately. Let's see what the engine says here. C takes d3, and then rook f2 immediately. Or c takes d and rook c2. Okay, this is more human to my eyes. C takes d3 and then rook c2. I think this is more human because we use the attacked rook to pin the attacking piece. I think this is the most human. But the engine says also rook f2. And bishop g5, rook e2. And there's the knight f2 threat if you take the exchange. Okay, good resource there, bishop d2. Let's continue now. How is my Spanish? My Spanish is quite well, thank you. Thank you, Predactor. I have a good level of Spanish, I think. Okay, pawn takes. Yeah, first question is why can't we just take the piece? And the answer has to be he can't threaten mate with pawn takes g6 because the queen is attacked on h4, so I'm assuming knight takes is the only way. And now you're saying strange moves, guys. You're saying strange moves. If any rook can take on e5, that would be very illegal. Anyway, someone asked before, some time ago, someone asked what my thought process was when doing tactics, and I already said I first look for the most forcing moves. And yeah, maybe rook takes e4 is the winning move. But to understand that, I need to see if taking the free piece is winning or not. And then maybe I understand why do I need to take the knight first. So, okay, thank you for your suggestions. Let me first understand what happens with pawn takes g5. You win the exchange. No, I cannot win the exchange. I win 2 pieces for a rook in that line. If I take on e4, I win 2 pieces for a rook. If I can take on g5, I win a free piece, which is better. So let me first see why this would not be good, and then I might be in the necessity to take on e4 first. So f takes g5. Knight takes is only move, right? Threatening mate on h7, threatening to take on g6 as well, threatening knight f7 check, winning the queen. So lots of threats there, right? Well, I'm assuming we need to defend the mate first. So queen c7 is a move. Queen e7 is another move that keeps the ping. Queen d7 is strange, but also a move. And now it seems very scary. It seems very scary. I have to be honest. Todd Ever Wine has followed. Thank you. Okay, so I like the bishop defending from d4, defending all the dark squares. So I'm not so scared with moves like f6. Okay, so f takes g5, knight takes g5. I still don't see the problem in taking the piece. Well, yeah, Pluku, you are right. I saw the point. I told you. Protector, thanks for the follow. But I'm not even sure if rook takes e4 is a good move. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's a good move. I'm not saying it's a bad move. It's not a bad move, but I'm not sure if it's winning. Now, if I take here, what can the problem be? I'm still not seeing the problem, and that annoys me. Let's say queen c7, f takes g6. F takes g5, knight takes... what can I do? So f takes g6. I'm assuming it's too dangerous, but it's hard to see the immediate threat. So I'm probably going to lose another pawn. And wow, rook f7, rook f7. Now I see it. Rook f7, rook f7. Yeah. Yeah, rook f7 is a strong threat. So f takes g5, knight takes. I need to defend with the queen because knight f7 is a threat. So queen d7 or queen c7. But then f takes g6. And I will need to play bishop e6, but I cannot. Bishop e6, maybe I can. Maybe I can play bishop e6. Bishop e6, knight takes h7. There's no bishop f6. So king g8. Knight f6 check. Yeah, that seems very dangerous. Yeah, that seems losing for me. So So takes g5 seems really dangerous. That being said, rook takes e4 wins 2 pieces and 2 pawns. Sorry, 2 pieces and a pawn for the rook, right? Because white has to take... Ah, he takes with the pawn, yeah. Okay, so I don't win a pawn, but still should be good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go for this. Oh, what? He wants to... No, I don't understand this. Why would he want to take with the rook, with the queen here? That's strange. That is strange. Well, it attacks this rook, but bishop takes f5 defends it. So I'm gonna keep... I'm gonna take with the bishop, which was the obvious, but okay, I had a choice here, so I was thinking for a moment. Because it really surprised me, this move. I expected pawn takes and then queen somewhere. Anyway, it wasn't easy to see this. The thing is, of course, there's 2 threats. So to defend both, I need to do one of these. And I wanted to do queen c7 because basically putting the queen in front of sorry, not this, but this, in front of the rook didn't feel right. And the problem is this rook f7 is really annoying. So I thought bishop e6 here, knight takes h7, king g8, and probably just bring in the rooks somehow. For example, rook f6 and rook here, and we probably cannot take it because, yeah, this is losing the queen. Yeah, this is gonna lose the queen anyway with both checks. Okay, good. Let's continue. I'm not sure how many additional puzzles am I gonna do, but for the moment it's 6 greens. Let's try to do 10 maybe. Okay, what do we have here? We can keep building pressure. I think we save the queen or not. We don't. We do save the queen. I mean, the queen cannot be taken. Can it? Maybe it can. Maybe it can be taken. Starting to be slow. It can be taken, so that's not a move. Okay. What about something simpler? Okay, give me a second, guys. Many people are sending me messages right now, and I'm annoyed with all the noises. Okay. Come on. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so our queen is attacked, so that's why I'm wanting to move the queen. Is there any forcing move here? I mean, queen takes e2 is a forcing move, but I don't think that works. Oh, come on, stop it, guys. Stop sending me messages. They're not even for me, these messages. Come on. How can I kill this up? Didn't want to turn the volume of my smartphone off. Okay. No volume. Now I'm disconnected to the world. Oh shoot. Not my day. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Looking for my smartphone who's sending all those messages. Hello Pepe, are you ever in the mood to play 0+1 chess? Yeah, I'm always in the mood to play 0+1 chess, except now. I'm doing tactics. Attack the knight with f5, slightly risky. Thalikov, slightly risky to play f5 in this position, but thanks for the suggestion. Queen e7, someone is saying this line. Bazinga is saying rook f4. I didn't think about rook f4. But okay, rook f4, rook e8. I see the point. I see the point. Using the ping. Yeah, if white has to play rook f4, then white has to be lost. But maybe white has something more clever instead of that. Just don't know what. Yeah, queen 7. It's very strong. We're hitting the knight for sure. And I thought there would be some interesting jumps for the knight, but there are no interesting jumps for the knight, right? Oh, there's queen takes rook. Ah, there's queen takes rook. But still, we're a piece up. So, yeah, I guess that will be it. Queen e7, queen takes, knight f6, queen takes f6, and we're a piece up. I think that's probably the line. Let's try. Oh, rook takes. I didn't see it in this move order. Now it's interesting because we have a couple of choices. So king takes rook, obviously. Rook takes knight doesn't work, right? Rook takes knight, rook takes queen doesn't work. So yeah, I guess we just take the rook. It's a free rook. And after knight g5, we need to take with the queen. He's a piece down, right? He's a piece down. Rook takes. We can checkmate him. If he takes with the queen, we trade. So after this we take it. After this, this we take it again because of the checkmate. Yeah. Okay. Easy, easy peasy. Nice. Some lines we didn't see in the beginning. Yeah, I didn't see rook takes f7. Yeah, that was nice. I didn't see that. I thought only this one. But of course we're a piece up here. Good. Bishop f4. So 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay, let's try to do... No, let's not try to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to do 3 more in like 10 minutes. No, I don't have 10 minutes. Okay, then this is... No, I don't have 10 minutes. Sorry, guys. This is gonna be the last puzzle. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's solve this one if possible. Okay, e5. What's e5? Or rook takes f4 followed by e5 seems even stronger. I have to teach a lesson now, Pluku. Yeah, rook takes f4 followed by e5 seems really strong. So what's the problem with e5 first? He just takes it, right? That's the problem. Yeah, okay. So rook takes f4. I'm assuming... I'm not sure. I guess knight takes or rook takes. Bishop c5 is sexy. Yeah, bishop c5 is sexy. That's true. That is true. Okay, what's the material count? We're 2 pawns down. Okay, we're 2 pawns down. So giving up an exchange to take a piece is not good, right? It's just not good. We're gonna be an exchange. No, we're gonna have 2 pieces for a rook and 2 pawns. That's not good, guys. So this idea is stupid. Rook takes f4 is just stupid. Now bishop c5 traps the queen. Bishop c5 traps the queen, and it's. I'm trying to come up with a move for white. I just don't see one. I mean, a rook is hanging on b8, but a queen is a queen. This is going to be a green box. I want a green box. Bishop c5. What does white do? Bishop takes b8, bishop takes d4. The thing is, we're going to take the piece, so it's going to be a rook for the queen, not rook and bishop. Also, queen takes b8 threatens mate on h2. No, this has to be great for us. Probably queen takes c5, queen takes c5, and bishop takes b8. And then we have a queen for a rook. Okay, guys, a queen is a queen. Now, I'm gonna take it. Rook takes f8. Okay. So I take the queen, he takes my rook, I take the rook, he takes my queen. That's not good. But if I trade on f1 first, and then I take the queen, I'm taking a full rook on f8. Right? Okay, the line didn't continue, but I'm guessing this could be the attempt, but of course, we're a rook up here. A queen is a queen, guys. If you're taking notes, a queen is a queen. GG. Well done, 23 and 39. And +9, okay, that was good. And I have to go now. So thanks guys for being there. See you next time. Bye bye.